It's episode 15 of Lost Memory Card
I
Podcast.
do like that. I do
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, point.
Yes, as you can tell, still no soundboard, but
We are the soundboard.
It's
Yes,
a
we
rough
are the
thing to
soundboard.
do.
Come on,
It
Craig,
sucks.
why can't you be a soundboard too? I mean, we could do a soundboard and stuff like that, the electronic soundboard, but that's work.
It's
Yeah.
more work than it's worth, honestly.
Whoa, okay, I'm gonna do it just spite of that.
You should.
It's.
At
I would
least one
agree
of us
that
will get it done.
it's more work than it's worth while working a 9 to 5 on top of doing this stuff.
Ah. 9 to 5, what's that like?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I lie, dude. I work one
Yeah.
long day a week. I'm out here shit talking. Like, fucking, I'm clowning.
Honkers.
Bringing in that disrespect for the dailies.
Mm.
Also, Steve's
Speak-
back.
Also, Steve's back.
Howdy,
Steve's back.
guys.
He stuck
Oh,
around.
Steve's back.
We just shoved him in the closet, and then we were like, "Get out, you! It's time."
Yeah.
We need you again.
Yeah.
Ring a
Oh
ding
man,
ding.
Steve's here?
You're gonna come react to our hot takes and stuff, things, and give opinions on things and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
someone
we-
that
we just-
values
we
my
just-
opinions.
we just-
What?
Whoa,
Hold on
slow
now.
down. Yeah.
Hold on now. What do you think, Brian? You think you're Brian?
We
I
just
ain't
made
replacing
Steve.
Brian.
We just made Steve just like the guest for the week for both episodes.
Yeah.
So.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Ha.
So
There.
today on the podcast, we have drama like you've never seen before.
What?
I think.
Maybe.
Who?
Gasps.
Wow.
You?
Anyways.
It's me.
It's
not me.
Salty, Deep Dish Doug. Oh yeah, I'm your host.
Name still
Brice.
pending. Name
By the
transfer
way,
still
I'm your host
pending.
Bryce, and that's Salty, and then there's Greg, and then you already
Yo.
know Steve. Steve
Hey.
is actually the
What's up?
host.
That's Bryce. He's Greg. That's Steve.
Yeah. We now
See,
introduce
Steve
Brice
said-
number 6.
Yeah, Steve said he was going to pay us this week. He's paying us to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get your deposits Sunday at 13.
What?
Oh wow.
Oh, but the clocks only go to 12. Oh,
13's not a real number. I refuse to believe
Yeah.
it. Anyway,
Anyway, Salty, start us off today.
so I want to talk about movies from your childhood today. Like,
They are a thing. They are extended films.
there is a lot of movies. You've got countless, of course, Disney movies, but you have more than just Disney movies. You've got like
Other movies.
other movies. There's almost too many. Like, not even just animated ones. There are some childhood movies that really, I mean, children shouldn't have watched. Like, technically, a childhood movie for me would have been like The Crow, but like,
South
Children
Park
of the
bigger,
Corn.
I
longer,
shouldn't I
uncut.
shouldn't have watched South Park or The Crow when I was like 10 years old, but I have an uncle who thought that was cool, so of course I saw it. But like, just kids movies in their own right. You got, most of mine are all Disney movies. Oliver and Company, like Aristocats,
Oh,
Tarzan,
Robin Hood.
George of the Jungle.
George
all
of the
those kinds
Jungle
of
2.
movies.
I
I don't
actually.
know. I don't know.
Just-
I don't know if they acknowledge that one in the Jungle Verse or whatever they're calling it.
I actually just started my daughter on some of the old 90s movies.
See, there you go. This is the perfect conversation. So, if anything, we're gonna feed you more movies by the end of the night.
Yes. Who can forget Flubber?
Flubber is one of
Flubber,
my
dude.
grandmother's favorite movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she
Is there
loves
some-
her some Robin Williams.
Dude, R.I.P. Robin Williams. He was the goat.
Listen, that's the one that hurt.
That did hurt a lot.
That's like more than my favorite Robin Williams movie. Isn't even one of his funny ones. It's Patch Adams.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That is the saddest movie I've ever seen.
That was a very good movie. So one of my favorite movies of all time growing up was Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is in the. It should be in the top 10 of every childhood movie.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit was just like what? I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, has everyone here seen it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm just kidding. I've seen it.
Just making sure.
If you've never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I don't trust you.
If you ain't seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, get out of the sheets and fight Salty in the streets.
That's it. It's gonna work. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh.
Someone's catching the fade in the streets.
Let's get to it. But yeah, dude, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? We had Bugs Bunny up in that sheet, and like
Both of them.
both of them.
Just Space Jam
Just
in general was
Space Jam.
Little
Space
Space
Jam's
Jam.
another one.
Yeah, all the Aladdins.
Aladdin will always be one of my favorites.
Dude, I loved Aladdin's. That was such.
As
those
far
were
as
such
the
great
Disney movies go, there were too many bangers for us as children.
Yeah.
They just knocked them out. Lion King,
Honestly,
Aladdin,
yeah.
Toy Story, like all of Pixar is us growing up.
Yeah,
That's how
honestly.
long we've been around. Pixar
Emperor's New
started
Groove.
when we were children. Yeah,
Uh,
fucking Emperor's New Groove. Holy shit.
Emperor's New Groove. Yeah.
Pull the
A
freaking
Bug-
lever, Kronk.
A Bug's Life.
Bug's
A
Life.
Goofy movie.
A Goofy movie. Top
Goofy movie,
top
yes.
Disney movie ever to exist. I'll fight anyone again.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
In the name of Powerline.
I kind of want a Goofy movie around Max, like
They had one.
now, where he's
Yeah,
a,
an extremely
like
goofy
now.
movie.
No, he means
No,
like
no, like
now.
where he's
now.
a-
like an
Yeah.
adult one.
Yeah,
like,
like
he's an
full
adult.
circle.
Like, does
He's got
he
depression
get with,
now. You don't want to talk about that.
Like, did he get with Roxanne? Did,
I could
like,
build
what
that whole
happened to-
story right now.
Like, I'd love to see something like that.
They have a
because,
kid
I mean,
now. He likes a popular content creator in the new age, and they want to take him on a nice vacation, and he ain't about the life, so he sabotoogies the GPS, and there you go, Goofy Movie 3.
Then they end up
Just
at the
fill in the
Powerline
rest
reunion
with
concert.
Power Lines
Oh
on a
my
reunion, and Max
gosh.
and Roxanne want to go.
Dude, the little engine that could.
Yeah, little
Like,
engine that could.
The brave little toaster.
That's
Brave
the
Little
one.
Toaster. What about the even more like off the wall ones? There were like the Raggedy Ann and Andy cartoons from like it would be our parents' childhood even that's reaching on the old, I know, but they had off-shot ones. Like my grandmother always had a bunch taped on VHS, and then would, if they didn't have cable, they had something to watch, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So she would record, like, there was this one, it was called The Pumpkin Who Couldn't Cry, I think it was.
What the
It was just
hell?
an obscure, like, 60s cartoon, and to me it was one of the greatest little cartoons you could ever watch. It was like 30 minutes, felt like a whole movie.
I don't remember that.
Damn, I might have to look it
Damn.
up. It's been forever. But then they had, like, Timmy the Tooth. You remember Timmy the Tooth?
I remember Timmy the Tooth.
I don't remember Timmy the Tooth. Oh, yes, I do.
What?
Yes,
I was
do.
gonna
Yes, I
say.
do. Bro, Brink.
Brink.
That was a
Brink
good
is
one.
arguably one of the best
Yeah,
Disney
dude.
Channel original movies.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Eddie's
dude.
$1 Million
Brink was-
Cook-Off.
Yeah.
What
Dude,
was the other
Brink
one?
was really cool.
There was Under Wraps. It was the Mummy one.
Yeah, I remember
The
that.
guy who plays Patrick Star was the Mummy.
Hercules. Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny Tsunami was good. I remember watching that
Dude,
one.
yes, man.
James and the Giant Peach.
Oh,
Yeah,
James
that
and
was,
the
that
Giant
was
Peach is
alright.
a classic.
All the Mighty Ducks movies.
Oh man, Mighty Ducks.
Oh yeah,
Mighty
man.
Ducks was good.
Oh,
Give me all the
God.
Mighty Ducks. And who could forget all the Toy Stories? That's what we're on right now with the child. Is all the Toy Stories.
Yeah. Have you had to go buy any Woodies or Buzz Lightyears?
No.
Oh, there
Not
you go.
happening. I still have a Buzz
You
Lightyear
say
from the
not
original.
happening, like you immediately wouldn't buy her a Buzz Lightyear if she said, "Dad, look."
I mean,
You would.
I mean, I still get Transformers every now and again.
If I'm angry, I buy a pack of Pokemon cards and I shut the fuck up. That's legitimate.
I tell everybody Pokemon cards are like the easiest present to get for me. Like, what do we get
Yeah,
Greg for his
just-
birthday? Just anything Pokemon cards is fine.
Yeah.
yeah, anything Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards related. Pokemon cards in a box,
Let's see,
Pokemon
what-
cards in a pack.
What are some more obscure kids movies? You remember The Page Master?
No.
It was Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd.
Oh,
And
okay.
Christopher Lloyd played a librarian, and I think he was a librarian.
He wasn't a librarian.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
he was a
man.
I have no idea.
librarian. And Macaulay Culkin was like some bratty kid, or he something was going down. He ended up in a library, bumped his head, falls into this dream, but he feels like he was thrown into a magic world where books come to life. And he gets like 3 little companion books that follow him around and take him through different stories. It's fucking wild, dude. I highly recommend
That
it.
sounds familiar.
It's, if you see it, you'd be like, I think I've seen this before.
Yeah.
But it was
no,
like real world into an animated movie.
Yeah.
No, you know what I'm thinking of? That episode of Futurama where that same plot happens, and that's probably where they stole it from.
Oh man. What about Homeward Bound? Y'all
Oh,
remember that?
come on. Why you gotta do that to me?
Dude.
Why you even gotta bring up Chance like that?
Chance was the boy.
Yeah, let's
Damn.
just talk about Old Yeller.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Might
why
as
don't you
well
just
talk
bring
about
that up
Old
too.
Yeller.
What about Bambi's mom, asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll just see myself out. I'll just go away.
Y'all remember the Breakfast Club?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
Don't
obscure
you
80s, those
forget
fucking 80s movies, man. Those are a different breed.
Yeah.
That's a whole different conversation.
Those are some of those movies that I grew up on because it's like something that my grandmother found entertaining
Right.
when she was home babysitting us while my mom was at work.
Right.
So it just, it was like I'd come into the living room and I see Breakfast Club on, or I see, all just these movies, and I'm like, I get interested, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And then I watch them later on, and I'm like, yo, this is dope.
This is a great movie. What about Indian in the Cupboard? You remember Indian
I
in
was
the
just
Cupboard?
getting ready to say that.
Were you?
You son of a gun, you.
Damn.
So, question:
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget. Was that Brendan Fraser?
No, that was Matthew Broderick.
Okay, because I just pulled it up and okay, yeah, yep, you're right. I see it now. It
He
looked like
killed a
Brendan
person.
Fraser. Yeah, what?
Yeah. Look it up. I can't talk about it. that's between you and Matthew Broderick, dude. I don't know. Talk to the guy from Godzilla.
Oh, okay. Is he okay? Yeah, that guy. Okay,
Yeah,
Huh.
that guy.
interesting.
Yeah.
Moving on.
And then in that sequel, that one that no one watched.
He was the voice of adult Simba. Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you remember Full House? You should remember
Okay.
Full House.
Yeah.
So one
Whatever
that-
happened to?
Oh. That milkman, that paper boy, evening TV. One of the guys who played, I think it was DJ's boyfriend, is the guy who voices Aladdin and has forever. And I found that out not too long ago. And I was like, holy shit, he's Aladdin. So now I no longer know him from Full House. I know him from Aladdin. That's it.
Okay. Well, I just looked up the Matthew Broderick thing, and okay, I thought it was something different, but
No,
that's sad.
Well, Matthew Broderick,
dude.
everybody.
So you now trump me with the sadness thing. So you see yourself.
Well,
Yep.
it happened.
So that's the episode. So 101 Dalmatians.
So 101 Dalmatians.
That's a heartbreak
Nah.
movie right there.
102
Oh.
Dalmatians.
102 Dalmatians, yes. Like we're just naming movies at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
I mean,
like,
that's what we do.
yeah,
It's just what we do, though.
that's what we all do.
I mean, we're gonna get flamed if we don't talk about The Nightmare Before Christmas.
You
But
know what?
everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Halloween's not my personality, so I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Jeez. Are you just gonna attack the goths like that?
Oh man.
They have enough to
I
be
can
sad
hear
about, damn it.
I can hear the hissing now.
I can hear the hissing now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's funny.
Wait, where did my stuff go? So yeah, what else about movies?
So, the other
It's
thing
not a
is,
kids movie, but Half
we're-
Baked was awesome.
Yeah, I
Oh
was
my
gonna say that's
gosh,
where I'm
what
getting
was-
at. That's
I
where
saw
I'm
that
getting
as
at.
a
The other,
children.
the other side of that is, what are 3 movies you watched as a kid that you shouldn't have? And by that I mean like Half Baked, or like
wow.
Friday, or like those kinds of movies.
One of my favorites is Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
This is why we're friends.
What kind of name is that?
This is why we're
Jesus.
friends.
man.
My goodness.
That's a great one. That was.
He just hits you with a whole paragraph of like, "Hey,
That's
Nope.
where.
don't fuck around."
That's where modern anime got their naming schemes from. Was that movie?
Um,
And then anything Adam Sandler, I would say probably wasn't kid
Really?
friendly. Like,
well, no, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that
Ah.
bad. Like, my dad let me watch Big Daddy. And, like,
yeah. See, I was thinking like, oh, I can't remember. Billy Madison was the one that I was thinking of.
That wasn't too bad.
It wasn't. It wasn't horrible.
I was also
Yeah.
allowed to have The Water Boy for some reason.
That's a good one.
And
Hon-
we were always
yeah.
a fan of The Wedding Singer. So, yeah, we
Yeah.
were always fan of
Also-
Adam Sandler.
It really
All
is.
Adam Sandler movies are good.
He somehow passed the check.
Well, I had movies when we first started talking about this that I shouldn't have watched, but now I can't
Yeah,
remember.
Like Tommy
wa-
Boy.
I'd probably have to say any of the scary movies. Not like
Ah,
horror
yeah.
movies, but just
No, the Scary
the
Movie
scary
franchise.
movie
Yeah.
franchise. Yeah. Like any of those
Yeah,
where
that first
should have
one.
just been a
The second one, though, when they're in the freezer. Shouldn't have seen that as
I-
a kid.
Was
The
it the
fourth
third
one.
one? Was
The
it the
fourth
third one where the sheriff's hat got bigger every
Yes.
time she showed up on screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
How you gonna wake up dead?
I think the fourth one was probably probably the worst one of them all.
Was it the fourth one that was the terrible one? I can't. I think that's when it started to go down.
I got a movie.
What movie?
South Park, bigger, longer, and
Well,
uncut.
there's always South Park, bigger, longer, and
Oh
uncut.
yeah.
Yeah, I talked about that one. But
As far as
American-
animated movies you shouldn't have seen, that's the one.
yeah.
Anyway.
yeah, so one of them is American Pie.
Ah,
Yeah.
see, I
any
forgot
of
all
those.
about American Pie.
Yeah, American Pie was probably. I think something about Mary. Probably shouldn't have watched that either.
What
Ah,
about her?
Yeah,
No,
I
just
forgot about.
And probably Friday. Honestly,
Yeah.
Let's see, what
maybe
was it? that...
well, the Clerks.
Ah,
Clerks,
see,
should've
they're
watched
on
that.
my list.
Yeah,
Mallrats was on my list. I should have never seen
Yeah.
Mallrats.
that was
That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, for sure. Like,
Fucking-
I'm glad that I did see these when I was
Fly,
younger.
fat ass, fly.
Yeah. Just- oh. But
Let's see,
yeah,
what did-
Friday. Friday was definitely one of the ones I'd always turn the channel when parents would walk in.
Okay.
Even though my mom would sit there and watch it, but I shouldn't watch it. Okay, yeah, mom, I won't watch it, no problem. But Yeah, that's probably mine. Like Clerks, American Pie, and like Friday. Which now it's just like funny.
Mine would have to be the Jackass franchise.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Like,
that's a thing.
Yeah,
They do be a thing.
That was a thing.
the Jackass movie was a heavy influence.
Yeah.
See, I always just got told don't do what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like that's it. It's like we knew, we understood that. Like we watched wrestling, so like we knew you don't do that shit. They're doing.
I
it.
didn't
Oh,
understand
I don't
that.
know what you're talking
That
about.
I didn't. I
RKO my
never said.
brothers on the
I never
trampoline.
said that it stopped me.
Yeah, right.
I did it anyway.
I remember we used to go around and make our own Jackass videos.
Yeah, I used to wreck
Or-
my skateboard in the street curbs on purpose. Like,
We used to climb trees as high as we could, shimmy out to the edge, and just bounce until the branch broke and we fell.
we would be in my cousin's mom's van, and anytime she stopped at a stop sign, we would rip the side door open. You know, like the minivan door, the old ones,
Yeah.
like pull, push, and slide. We would do that, and then we would just jump out onto the ground. Didn't matter where we were at. She'd
Yeah.
be freaking the fuck out. Like we were ridiculous with it. Like we should not have been doing it, but we did it. So them, Mallrats, and the South Park movie are the three for me that it's like I probably shouldn't have watched those.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
No, like they should never have been close.
Granted, it came out in the '80s. It was still one of my favorites of all time. The Land Before Time.
Yeah, you shouldn't have
Motherfucking
watched that
tree
either. That's
stars,
horrible
bitch.
No, I'm just kidding. No, that was
And
the shit.
I just wanted to bring that up. Like
All 15 of them were
all
fucking
the,
amazing.
15 of
all the sharp teeth scared me. I wonder if Littlefoot ever grew up.
Nah. No, did you see the end?
Oh, is he an Ash
Spoiler.
Ketchum?
Oh no.
No.
No, Greg got a deep one. Greg got a deep one. Holy shit.
Oh,
They wished
my.
upon a shooting star that he would
Oh,
never
no.
have to grow up, and his wish was granted.
Oh my
Hot
gosh.
magma.
That's all just a
Magma.
simulation.
That could be another movie. So let's talk about some of the other movies that came out around the time in which we were like, let's see, it would be from 99 to like 02.
You should
So
say
that would
98 so I can
include-
say basketball.
Okay, 98. But it would include movies like Austin Powers. Like, do you remember the first time you saw
We
Austin
should not.
Powers?
Yeah, I should not have been watching that.
I
Probably.
also should not have
Mhm.
been watching that, but let me tell you, what a great fucking movie.
Yeah, baby.
That dude who stands in front of him when he's on that roller, and he's just screaming at him for like 3.5 minutes.
Dude, you don't get that kind of comedy anymore.
No, they don't make them like that anymore. That's kind of why I wanted to talk about old movies, is because what changed to now that just doesn't feel the same? Like, what is it about those movies? Is it
They didn't care about offending people.
is it that though, or is it just
mean,
there's a different
I-
writing
It might have
style?
a little bit, a different writing style, and a little bit about what Greg said. I mean, that's a
I know,
little
man,
part
I
of it.
get
I
it.
think.
Yeah, those movies never held back in doing so, and that's the thing, is like that changes, but overall that doesn't make, for certain things it does, but like Austin Powers, that wouldn't have, you know what I mean? Like you could absolutely make another Austin Powers, but you know damn well that if they did it, it wouldn't feel like Austin Powers. So that's
Yeah.
the question, is like, what do you think changed in the way that, I don't know if it's they make movies, or again, how they're just written differently. Like there's, you know,
I'd probably say it's just the politics behind the movies. Like,
Yeah.
just. I think it's just
I don't know, man.
Hollywood being afraid of hurt.
which is that's a valid statement.
Yeah, that's my thought behind it too, is that most of it has to do with not with the people who are like writing the scripts and all that stuff. It has to do with what is Hollywood willing to put out.
Right.
And
So
yeah,
it's
it's
the main problem, which is just one.
yeah,
Them as
yeah,
a collective just don't really want to fuck with it.
yeah. I
I
think
mean,
the biggest problem is you have not stockholders to appease, but it's the powers that be. I would say that.
Yeah. Ultimately, there's
Investors
someone,
and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
there's someone else to say. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in they like it's a completely different world now than it was not even just 30 years ago, but 10 years ago,
Right.
you know, and
Right.
yeah, 10
uh
years ago, everything was much different.
used to be able to make a movie and only worry about America seeing it, but now with how
Right.
connected the whole
Everybody
world
sees
is,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you put it in theaters and a week later someone in New Zealand's going to be seeing something at the same time as someone in Russia and the United States. You know, it just
It's
spreads
yeah.
too quick, and too many people in too many pockets, I think, is what the biggest issue is. I mean, there's probably a bunch of other little stuff, like you said, you know, people's sense of comedy has changed. What's funny
I think that's
now is
what it
different.
is that there's a change in comedy.
Certain things. You're not
There's
allowed to
a-
laugh at certain things.
I don't even think it's that still. I think it's a humor thing, like not in the way of that. I mean, they view other things funny that it's not that they're now viewed as not funny. It's just that they're just forgotten forms in a way, if that makes any sense. Like nobody makes movies like Sandler does, or could
dude, yeah.
make, or could make a movie like that, or like Jim Carrey does.
8 Crazy
or-
Nights.
Yeah, like you're not gonna get another kind of movie like that, and that's pretty much the question is like, why can't you? But like you start to think you can, but then you think about how it's never gonna be like you. It's almost like that fan service. It's how people get mad at things like Marvel and all that other stuff because they want a story a certain way, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also say the same thing about like the Waterboy. Like, there would be no way that you can make the Waterboy today.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, there are some things that, you know, of course, you can't get that because it is what it is. But I'm talking like, even as far as like Disney movies, like if they were to make a new Lion King, you know damn well it's not going to be the Lion King. Even if it was animated. And it's not because they, you know, the politic behind it. It's an animation thing. It's a voice thing. It's an everything thing, you know?
Well, that's like I think in a reason that rebooting some old stuff like that doesn't work is those movies are for kids, but the audience that gave it its good reviews are adults now,
Right.
and the kids of today aren't interested generally in the same stuff that we were interested in as kids.
Right.
So like what held our attention probably wouldn't hold the attention of kids today because they're so hyper exposed to entertainment.
That's fair.
I think the one thing that also kills it is the fact that you don't have to go to a movie theater to see movies anymore. You can literally just see it from home on a device somewhere. I think that's what also kills, you know, having that connection with a movie.
Yeah.
Like having
that's
that
fair.
anticipation of a movie coming out. Like you see a trailer
You can just
three-
watch a movie
3
the next
months
day
or
and it's
6
good.
months like ahead of when it's supposed to be released, and then like especially like when you're in school, because like I still remember like in middle school like being hyped to see certain movies that were coming out at the time, and going like the day of to like wait 3 hours in a line to get a ticket to go watch the movie at like
Right.
8 o'clock at night. Like I remember those times.
Oh yeah.
But kids now, they don't have to worry about that. They can
Yeah.
they'll sit there on their on a tablet, phone, computer,
Right.
and click a couple buttons and they have the movie right there.
Right. I mean, the
I mean,
parents
I
even
don't
do
blame
it.
them. I do the same thing.
If you've gone to, I don't know if you've been to a movie theater lately, but it's kind of sad to go into a movie theater, to be quite honest with you. Like, they doesn't have that same feel. And that's because that's obsolete. And, like, that's fine because that's the way that it moves. But, do something different to make it feel like it should, if that makes sense. Like, there's got to be something that could bring movie theaters back to being a thing. However, they're going to figure it out.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I like going to the movie theaters now more than I did as a kid.
Because no one's there?
Exactly why.
That's also very fair. Like, I get that. We used to go to matinee showings. Like, we used to close all the time, and we would go to a movie early in the day for like $1.
Matinee.
And then
Like, I think it was when we went to see Spider-Man: Homecoming. Me and my fiance. When the 6th person walked in, I was like, "Whoa, it's getting crowded in here. Like, what's going on?"
There's too many people here.
But
I don't know.
I also usually I don't go to first nights of the movie, like the opening weekends or
Oh, you
anything.
went
I
to
usually
opening.
I usually wait till the last weekend that a movie's in theaters to go to it, because by then everyone who's wanted to see it has already gone and see it. That way there'll be a higher chance of less people in the theater. Like, I'm a people person.
And there you have it. That's a life hack for you.
Yeah. Like, I get told I'm a people person because I can get along with anyone and talk to anybody.
Same.
But generally, I don't like being around people.
Yeah, same.
Like, most people suck.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So,
I will say, I think it was like the third night Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie about Freddie Mercury, was out. It was still kind of full for the theaters around me, but it wasn't about the movie that made it so great. It was literally just a live karaoke. Like, the song would start playing and the entire auditorium would start singing along.
Oh, that would be dope.
And it was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
like,
that
I'm
would be
actually hyped about the new movie of Michael Jackson coming out,
No,
because I'm hoping
I saw that
it
the
does
other
the
day. I
same
saw that
thing.
it was a thing.
I'll watch it on YouTube.
It was the same thing for Elton John too. Like, when Elton John's movie came out, it was just another big karaoke fest, and it was such a great movie.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I believe that.
That's the only thing that holds me to movie theaters. But other than that, it's a dying breed, and because
it just is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we I think it was last Sunday. My girlfriend and I went to a flea market that's in an old mall, and then I went to a mall that's it's like a good 20 minutes down the road from there, and the flea market was more populated than the mall was.
Yeah, I believe people want stuff cheap.
You know what? And here's the thing: is like, I walked through there. They didn't really have anything that I was like, well, shit, I need that. You know what I mean? They just didn't. And like,
are you talking about the mall or the flea market?
Both of them. That's the problem. It's like they both were the same thing, but there were more people in one than the other. That's
new shit I don't want, new shit I don't want.
Yeah, like, new shit I don't want, old shit I don't want. And the old shit place was literally that. Like, it's just a run down old mall that has a flea market Friday through Sunday. And that was somehow more populated than the modern mall that had Payless, a Bath and Body Works, a Spencer's, an Annie Ann's, a candy store.
I used to work at Spencer's.
What?
Oh, dude, it was interesting.
If it was 20 years ago though, and you didn't have access to everything you wanted at your fingertips, you probably would have been walking past a bunch of shit there, like, oh, dude, I need that.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole nother topic about how I feel about the internet.
We could go to FYE and spend a bunch of money, But if I went to an FYE today, I wouldn't buy a single thing.
Oh yeah,
And
no, I do
don't
that
know
all the time.
why I don't buy anything. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Because you can go to the wholesaler's website and get that same figure that's listed for $50 for 25 from the guy who makes them.
Yeah.
You're like, my fiance says that she's like, because very rarely will buy myself anything. Hey, we'll be walking through FYE, Spencer's, all those places, and I'll be like, that's cool, but it's not $50 cool or what it's. I like that, but not enough to spend my money on it. And it's just because there's so much
We'll
stuff.
gladly accept it though.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
hey, if you
yeah.
want to buy me that, please, absolutely. I would love to have that as a
cool,
gift.
but I'm not gonna buy it.
It's worth $50, just not my $50.
Right.
Because there's, no matter what I see when I'm walking through a mall or anything, I know there's something out there that's cooler or better than whatever I'm looking at. And that's because I see all this awesome stuff online all the time. Like, oh, well, I could buy that, but oh, wait, that's even cooler.
I can't tell you. The crazier thing with FYE is that I can't tell you the last time I bought myself something from there. And it's even more shocking because now they have more things that I would have wanted.
Yeah, that's the only stuff I buy from there now is usually DVDs or movies.
Which is crazy because I'm talking like even on a pop culture level, they have so much more than they used to with the pop figures and the ramen bowls and all the shenanigans that they have there, like the Pokemon stuff, like all of that has my name written all over it.
Cool.
But I still just don't buy it. And it's not even like it's expensive. You know what I mean? Like I'll spend it somewhere else. It's just like, why don't I do that now when before I would have snatched it the fuck up?
Yeah. No, I feel that. Kingpin was a good movie.
I do miss going to hobby shops to pick up Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
That's slowly starting to come back, though.
I mean, it is, but like, just go to like GameStop or Walmart, though. You know.
No, but I mean,
actually a card shop by me that is flourishing. Like they have Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, like those card shops are starting to come back.
Well, yeah, with the hype of all the Pokemon card stuff, sure. Yeah.
Not even that, but it's crazy to see Magic still going like it does.
Dude, Magic's still huge.
It'll never
that's
stop.
What I'm saying. Like it's never
like
gonna
D&D.
stop.
It'll go on forever.
I feel like that's a game that I've always tried to learn but never could. I don't know why.
Magic.
Yeah.
There's so much into it. Like I've tried it and I just can't either. There's just so much behind Magic that
it's overwhelming.
I still know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Would it take me a minute to do everything? Yes, because I haven't played it in fucking years, but I still know how to play.
Right.
I did Magic back in like the early 2000s. Yeah. I learned it and I got pretty good at it. And then I pulled out my old Magic deck and I was like, how the hell do I play this? I don't remember any of this.
Maybe we need to go through some card games.
The Yu-Gi-Oh! I can do OG Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't do none of this new stuff.
I can do OG Yu-Gi-Oh! But give me anything else.
Like OG, GT, like I could do that. But when you start getting into like that pendulum stuff and the XYZ, and
once it hit synchro, I was out.
Yeah. Because that's literally just not fun. It's not. There's no battle there. Literally, it's the heart of the cards. You get the luck of the draw. You have the RNG.
Right.
To get those combinations to win in 1 and or 2 turns.
I think the last Yu-Gi-Oh game I played was Duel Links. It's the mobile game.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that one's not bad. And then they came out with another one. It was super weird. It was like cross battle or something like that. And you played against 3 people instead of 1.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's just too much.
Meh.
That's what it is. It's too much.
Catch me on solitaire.
On solitaire.
Yeah. Catch me on solitaire. Catch me on Icy Tower.
Yeah,
Can we talk about Icy Tower for a minute? Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
We could
Like,
talk
come
about
on now.
all those kinds of games, the Flash games. Because
Dude,
Flash
Icy
games are
Tower.
a huge part of childhood for me, anyway.
I always went on CartoonNetwork.com and
Yep.
played Ed, Ed and Eddie. Always played Flash games in school. That's
Do
what I
you-
always did.
It was super obscure, and if you remember it, we're friends. But it came in I think it was Captain Crunch box. It was a computer game where you raised a crunchberry humanoid thing, and it was like a Tamagotchi. I'm gonna
What the hell?
have to find it. But it was like a Tamagotchi. You would play games with it. It would grow up the whole nine, and it just came in a box of Captain Crunch.
Really?
It was one of my favorite games.
There was a couple cereals that did that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. We only had the Captain Crunch one. It was either that or Honeycomb, one of the two.
Oh,
I
honeycomb.
believe it was Captain
Ooh.
Crunch.
You're gonna make me go buy cereal.
Oh, dude, I eat cereal just about
daily.
every day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, daily. Like my whole
I
pantry
cookies
is
and milk
cereal.
every night before
Captain
bed,
Crunch
dude.
berries in the
Yeah.
thing right now.
I have cookies
Like,
and milk
right
every night
now-
before bed. I
Like,
have
Right now,
salmon
I
in
got a
this
thing
bitch.
of Cocoa Pebbles. In
The
my-
Cocoa Pebbles is alright.
Cocoa Pebbles is
good.
I
on
love
my top
Cocoa
5
Pebbles.
cereals, cuz.
I got some Cookie Crisp.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did
I mean,
say
I also
that
love
earlier.
Cheerios too.
Man.
I'm like, I'll go
So-
ham on some Cheerios.
So for Cookie Crisp, was I smaller or did them cookies used to be bigger?
Dude, I feel like they used to be
They
bigger.
used to be bigger.
I feel like they were.
That's
but-
not
That's
one
how-
of those things where you're like, when I was I dumb
'Cause
when
they
I was a
don't-
kid?
They just
No,
they just
were
don't
bigger.
bust your mouth open like they used
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
They
it
don't
doesn't
cut
make
the
your
roof of
mouth bleed
mouth.
like Captain Crunch does.
I love
Yeah.
Captain
Ew.
Crunch too. That's
The
the,
best
thing. Like, I'll
is-
take the
Like,
mouth
you're
cuts for
cutting the
Captain
roof of your
Crunch.
mouth.
Oh yeah. You gotta take the peanut butter Captain Crunch and Cocoa Puffs and mix them together and make your own Reese Puffs because it's just so much better.
Not weird, but
That's not that weird.
yeah.
How did we get the
Actually
fuck on
sounds pretty good.
cereals? What?
Yeah,
the-
I don't
We were
know.
talking about the movie Kingpin and how awesome that was.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, other movie probably shouldn't have seen as a kid, The Big Lebowski.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction.
Never saw Pulp Fiction.
I've never seen
Really?
it either.
Never.
I
Wow.
I mean,
That
I know the
actually
parts,
surprises
but
me. Wasn't-
like,
Yeah.
I saw it like so many times in school because I had teachers that were like, "Here, we're gonna watch this, and then we're gonna write things about it," and I was like, "Why?"
One of the weirdest movies that I watched in school, like not that it's a bad movie, school was just a weird place to see it, was The Shawshank Redemption.
yeah, we watched that.
I'm
Oh
like,
yes, I remember that.
I don't believe this to be a school movie.
Yes, it was
I
like
don't
Peter
think we should
Griffin.
watch this in school.
Peter
Yeah.
Griffin was crawling through like a crawl
Shut
space,
up.
Yeah.
and Friends was playing. And as soon as they did is when he hit the shit pipe with the rock. Yeah,
Yep. That's
Yeah.
it.
I remember that.
To a T.
Nostalgia. You
Kingpin is
the guy from
nostalgia.
Spider-Man?
No. What?
No, the
The movie
bowling
Kingpin.
movie.
Wait the fuck.
I know. Wait, is that like Woody Harrelson or something?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Oh yeah, the bowling movie.
Yes,
yeah,
the bowling
that shit
movie.
was awesome.
Yeah.
It was though.
And then
you're
he
not
like
wrong.
he shot Spider-Man,
Yeah,
Wait a
twice.
minute.
and then
I don't
Miles
remember that.
Morales.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I
Spider-Verse
think I
and
downloaded the
stuff.
wrong movie.
No,
No,
man.
no.
It's
I swear, I'm talking about the same thing.
No,
I
you're
know I
you're
am.
thinking of Bill Murray. Is who you're thinking of. He's the one who did all that.
I thought it was Bill
Oh,
Murray.
Okay.
Wait
Isn't
a
he the
minute.
guy that
My
like?
life's a whole lie.
He's the guy that like sucked ghosts up with vacuums or
Yes.
something like that.
He was the
Yes,
Ghostbuster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just memeing.
Him and the
At this point.
Ackroyd. And the Ack Attack. I just called him that. He doesn't
Yak
go by
Attack.
that.
Yak Attack. Yak
It's
Attack.
like no one's ever called him that except
What was
me
Yak
just now.
Attack? Does anyone else remember Yak Attack?
No.
I might
What was-
be like thinking, okay, I am not. Okay, never mind.
What?
I'm making it up in my head.
What were you thinking about that led you to make it up in your head, though?
Yak Attack sounded familiar.
Pretty sure that's a band.
There was a show.
It is a band.
There
but,
was a
like, I
show
feel
called
like
Yakety Yak.
That's
It was
what
a
it
cartoon.
That's what it was.
Yeah, we're talking about
Dodo
that was
Bird.
last week.
Yakety yak.
Yeah.
So on to a movie that we can
Smackety, 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 smack.
a movie that we can talk about that we shouldn't have watched in depth can be the South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's one of the best movies of all time.
So when was the first time you watched that movie? Because I watched it at a friend's house who was allowed to watch South Park.
So I did talk about this on a previous episode.
I thought you
Yes.
did.
He did.
It was my neighbor's house, and he bought it as soon as it came to pay-per-view. Like the day of. And yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah, I don't remember.
After watching it 1,000 times.
Yeah, I can't remember the first time. All I know is it was a Tuesday at 4:33 p.m. The wind was blowing east southeast at, I believe, 7 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of this there, Lost
Yeah.
Memory Card followers.
No, I don't remember the first time, like where I was or what age or anything, but I do remember me laughing my ass off.
It probably
It-
at my house.
It was probably at your house. I wouldn't be surprised, because that was the first place I ever saw South Park was at your house.
Wow, dude.
because
Dude.
my mom got it for me on VHS when it first came to VHS.
Yeah, you were talking about you took it to your grandmother's, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was not
Nanny
happy
was
about
pissed.
it.
Nanny Goat was pissed, to say the least. That was all the
think
good old days.
The first time I saw it was like salty. Like I had a cousin whose parents just they didn't care what he watched. So and we'd always go over his house. He'd always have the newest games. He always had the newest stuff. And I remember watching it over there for the first time.
Fun fact, I don't know if you guys remember this or not. It was actually called South Park All Hell Breaks Loose.
I did not know that.
Yeah. They vetoed it on the grounds that the title could not contain profanity. Profanity. Watch your profanity. And or
That
something
makes
like
sense, because the FCC was like real strict on
that.
them.
Yeah.
So another talk I want to have with you boys is skateboarding. I know that
Oh,
we're
yeah.
all fans of skateboarding.
I've
We were talking
sat
about
down
it.
and did a kickflip before.
We were
I was
talking
the
about
best
it the other
footboarder
night.
in the world.
The change in how skateboarding now is, it's there, but it's not in that spotlight. And like, why was skateboarding then so cool to us? Because
It
like,
still is.
to me it still is. Like I watch videos constantly from it. Your brother Brice the other day was just watching some. He was just chilling watching skateboarding videos. So like, what is it about today that feels different with skateboarding? Is it a
Today
skater?
that feels different about skateboarding?
Yeah, like why is it that? Because like, yeah, we're all fans of skateboarding, but we're collectively not as into it as before, and not on a level of like riding them. I'm talking
Well,
about being
so
in
that's
that world of skateboarding.
I still watch the X Games every year.
Yeah,
Do
I
you?
mean, like,
Yeah.
Oh,
do
see, I
too.
haven't.
Yeah, like like I couldn't tell you. Like I don't pay attention to the names, like who's doing what, because all my favorites don't really do it anymore.
Well, see, that's
Right.
that goes into my question. Is like that pertains to that. Is like, is it?
I just don't like learning new names. Like it's
Well, I mean, it started with skateboarding games, and after skate, started skateboarding myself. I wasn't very good, but I could ride.
Same.
And,
Yeah, same.
you know, and I was always there to support all the guys. And I knew how to do everything. I could do every trick in the book. I couldn't land it, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything. Every single trick in the book. You name it, I could do it. Like if it was a flip trick. But I couldn't land it. There's no way. I was just too afraid to. Big boy, skateboarding.
Hey, look.
You get me on a curb though.
I understand you completely.
Also, what made me not as interested in it now as I used to be is no one really skates old school anymore. And that was like my two favorite skaters were Mike V and Rodney Mullen.
Those are extremely great skaters to have.
And that would like whenever like we were out at the skate park or something, if we were going to play skate against each other, there was always rules and stipulations placed against me. Like
This is true.
Greg, do you want to play skate? Yeah, well, you can't do old school tricks. Okay, well then I'll just hang out over here. Like the boneless 360 was my go-to. And I like doing the flat landing stuff, you know, primo Caspers, primo flips, all that stuff. You know, but now I couldn't do I couldn't do most of the flip tricks. Like we called the kickflip the Greg Snyder kickflip because of the way I did it. Like,
Yeah, it was. Never remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's
that's one of my
I
things.
don't. When my brother got out of it, I just got out of it. I mean, I got my license, so I kind of just like stopped.
Right.
But when my brother got out of it, see, my brother, he was getting really,
He was
really good.
Probably the best in our group. It was
Yeah.
either him or Lil V Scoot.
Yeah, and
What a name.
yeah,
What a fucking name. I trust them with my life.
Yeah.
Bad
And,
decision.
yeah, yeah, bad decision. When Zach got out of it, I was just like, it's not going to be the same.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
That was
fair.
probably when I got out of it too, because me and him were real competitive with it.
Yeah, Zach got really good. He was hitting gaps, doing flip tricks over gaps, hitting like, dude, he was getting there, and then he just like kind of stopped. We just started like, I don't know,
Doing
we just
other
started
shit.
we started getting into music more.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We started getting into music more. Started just partying more. Had my license at the time. We started like doing power sports, like dirt bikes and four-wheeler. We always did that, but like we got into it more.
Right, because now you could go places and do it.
Right. And I don't want to speak for Zach, but you know, for me, that was
I'll do it.
That's
No,
what
just kidding.
You know, Zach took one too many falls. Maybe he just got.
Maybe
know, I
he was
remember
finally
one
like,
time-
I'm done with it.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that, you know, it started hurting him, you know, and it's kind of just like, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. But
I mean, that's an absolutely fair reason, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you're starting to get hurt,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he did get
I sit
lot
there
of
and
bumps
watch.
and
I watch skateboard videos all day. Like I'll do it all day. Like Greg said, I do. I'll watch the X Games. I keep up with the skaters that I used to.
that's what I keep up with
watch.
some of them, yeah.
Of course, you know. Like Ryan. What the hell's his name? What the hell's his name? Ryan.
no one
Sheckler?
likes him.
Ryan Sheckler.
Yeah.
Like I keep up with Ryan Sheckler and his brothers, and
Who's doing really well,
keep
it
up with-
seems.
yeah, keep up with like Nigel Houston.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say is Nigel Houston. I forgot that he was like 11 years old winning pro contests.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw him not too long ago, and I was like, wait a minute, I know that name.
Yeah, he's
And
an
then I
adult
saw the
now.
video, I was like, oh my god, that's him.
Yeah. Where'd the dreads go?
Yeah, where'd the kids go? Day
Yeah,
One
you
Song
know,
was another one
Day
that I
One-
found.
Day One
Yeah.
Song. Day One
did some
Song was
cool
one of my
shit.
favorites. It was like
People
Rodney
like,
Mullen, Day
um,
One Song.
People like Hawk and Lassick and Burnquist, like, I don't think that they do it as serious as they used to. I know Tony Hawk can't.
Right.
or he would. But I think that Mullen, Burnquist, Lassick, they all have reached that point where it's like, I can relax now.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see too much. I know that Rodney Mullen still does it, but he doesn't do anything like super strenuous. Like, he's doing manuals, you know what I mean? He's not
Right.
flying 15 feet in the air on a vert ramp, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I could see Burnquist still going out and hitting his mega ramp though.
Yeah,
maybe
like, it
Burnquist.
wouldn't
I know Danny
surprise
Way
me.
does though.
Danny Way's a machine, that's why.
Yeah.
But like,
he is a
even
machine.
Deerdeck doesn't really piss with
Well,
it like that.
You know,
He's
like
different,
a
but
co-owner of MTV now,
well, you know,
or something like that.
smart business. You can't blame him.
He's a freaking businessman. He got his money. He
He
does his skating.
absolutely did. That's another thing. Goes into
Yeah.
into some TV shows that we could talk about here. Or the like Robin Big. Like, I remember watching Robin Big,
Let me tell you
and like
about my
I bought
best
the
friend.
DVDs years ago. I have to see if I still have them. But that'll always be one of my favorite shows to watch.
Dude, let me tell you
Like,
about the Chunky Boys.
I
That
never really liked Robin Big.
Fantasy Factory, like early like, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
Rest in
And
peace,
Viva La
Big.
Bam. Viva La Bam will always be my top MTV. Like, that is the greatest
Yeah,
MTV show to ever exist.
It's Bam's on Holy Union. Bam
Oh,
Takes
Bam's
on America
Holy
or
Union
whatever.
was great.
That was all good.
Where the
I
fuck
liked
is Santa?
everything. Yeah, everything Bam Margera. I Bam Margera fanboy.
Yep. That
This really
staple it
was.
to my forehead. I have no shame on that. Like, that will be my favorite skater. It was just the stunts and the shenanigans that
Yeah,
he did.
and I mean, like he actually was really good. Like
He
people were like, oh,
was.
he's not that good. Like, no,
Bullshit.
dude, he was really good.
Yeah.
He was very technical.
Yeah,
He's
was
fucking
really good. Especially like when he was
ridiculous.
teenagers into like early 20s. Dude, he was doing things people would never even dream of doing.
He's over
and,
here
like-
jumping off a 30-foot tall fucking buildings onto a
Yeah,
2-foot fucking slant and landing it and riding away, and you're being like, oh, I don't know about that. Shut up.
yeah. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the
Yeah,
fuck up.
Get
There's
out
a
the sheets
reason-
and fight in the streets.
That's it.
There's
That's
a
it.
reason he was a professional skateboarder,
Right.
Since he was 14 years
The-
old. You know.
The crazy thing with Viva La Bam is that he was on a podcast not too long ago. They were talking about it, and they used to give him $300,000 an episode
Jeez.
to just
I believe
spend
it.
on the episode. So when he's flying everybody the fuck out, he's legitimately trying to spend 300 grand and
Yeah.
still had trouble spending it. That's why he
Right.
could fly Slayer over and fly him over and Cradle of Filth and all of those bands. Like, he
Guar.
had yeah, he got
Yeah,
Guar.
that was a good
Well, I
one.
mean, Guar probably just showed up in their minivan from New Jersey. Like, they're Guar. So,
Dude. Viva La Bam, man.
I would there are certain shows that I would love to get in Discord and have rewatches with, and they are South Park and Viva La Bam. Like, I own 2 seasons of Viva La Bam on Amazon Prime, so like we can
Yeah.
absolutely watch party those. Haggard, you can watch Haggard for free on YouTube,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That was what about you, Steve? Was you ever into skateboarding or no?
I skated, was never really good at the tricks.
But you could
ride
ride
the
the board.
I could ride the board, and it kind of led me into longboarding later
Into
on.
skating.
Yeah, but like I hear y'all talking about skaters and stuff, and I'm like, biggest guy I knew was Tony. Tony Hawk was probably the biggest guy in the skater
Well,
Oh yeah,
Tony
he
Hawk.
world that I knew.
well, I mean, he was the one that
He
really
is.
made it mainstream.
Yeah.
It was Tony Hawk.
So did you never play like a skate game or Tony Hawk?
Oh yeah,
game,
no,
or-
I played pro skater. Like
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
would have played pro skater. I just didn't know any of the other guys that
Okay.
were in there. Like
Also,
y'all
you
are
like
talking
never
about,
were like followed.
Yeah, never really followed. him.
No, I mean I watch X Games just because the tricks that they do are crazy.
Yeah,
and
you like
extreme,
watching the
and I-
tricks. You're like
that,
Greg.
That stuff
Yeah.
is great and dope. But sorry, I had to take a drink. just some of the people
like-
I just don't keep up with.
They're like sponsor me, not even the sponsor me videos, just their normal skate videos for their board company or whatever company they're with.
Yeah.
Dude,
Right.
some of those videos were just absolutely insane, man.
I go back and rewatch the Rodney Mullen one
Oh,
all the
yeah.
fucking time.
There's
I
so many
not too
Rodney
long
Mullen.
ago went back and watched all the skater tapes from Tony Hawk games.
Yeah,
Like all the ones that they would do, the outtakes, the bails, all of those.
sure. Yeah. Dude, I don't know, man. That skateboarding was a big part of my life, and
Yeah, for
I
a long
just-
time.
yeah. And
We're
I
gonna
just-
have to throw a
kinda got out
nostalgia
of it.
night, I think, and we're just gonna have like rapid
Kinda.
fire nostalgia stuff that we watch
That's-
together.
bro, that's like that
That's,
we watched.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
saying, like,
no,
that's
no,
every
I'm not-
Tuesday, bro.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I'm
like
not
every
talking-
Tuesday.
Gee, we should do that and put it on the internet.
Yeah,
You
we
know
should.
what? That's a
We
good
should.
idea.
Yeah, we should get together, record
Craig, start recording.
conversations
Yeah.
like this.
Craig, where you at?
Now recording.
Now recording.
Well, I wasn't loud enough.
Yeah, I don't think any of us can be that loud.
Now recording.
Oh Jesus Christ, he
There
got that
it
loud.
is.
But yeah, it would be nice to have everybody in a Discord chat to go through some nostalgic stuff, like a YouTube watch together, and then everybody can search up something and be like, "Hey, do you remember this?" And we watch a random commercial for He-Man or whatever,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Like watch an episode of Viva La Bam, you watch a couple skate videos, you
Yeah.
watch an episode of Power Rangers, that kind of stuff.
The Pain Olympics.
Oh God. That's a different conversation for a different day. We need to have. I think that's what we'll talk about next week. We'll talk about the internet.
The internet.
The early
Because
internet.
look, we are all old enough to remember dial-up internet. That's a thing. Like
Yeah.
we
Still
all
haunts me.
know what that is. So
Yeah.
we can all comfortably talk about what it was like to have the internet at its creation.
Yeah. No, nothing
Or-
like
yeah.
getting off the computer so you can make a phone call.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it was just a different world. Do you remember what
Yeah.
YouTube looked like back then?
Oh
Right,
god,
that's-
yeah.
Yeah. What about old Napster?
We never used
Save it for
Napster.
next week.
Dude, I use Napster.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
we used
save it.
LimeWire and gave our computers
LimeWire. I mean, there
herpes.
was. I mean, there was.
We used
There was
LimeWire.
LimeWire, FrostWire, LimeWire.
Kaza.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no, we didn't.
Yeah, Ben's
I
gonna be
mean,
knocking on all of our doors.
Yeah, no.
I got
Pixar didn't have
CDs
them.
from the CD store.
Yeah. I bought this
Yeah.
CD.
Cool.
Sorry,
Totally
sorry,
legit.
Metallica.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't tell Lars. He'll get angry.
That was one of the best South Park episodes. Chef Aid
One of
Yeah.
my favorite is when Korn shows up.
for the Halloween special.
Yeah, they're
Oh
over
my
there
gosh,
picketing
yeah.
him, and he's just like, "Groovy, where do we set up?"
yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
Oh, well, this is a fun episode.
Yeah.
You see,
I
you guys
mean,
wrap
it's
that up. Anyone got a hot take or anything like that?
Michael Keaton
got
is the
some-
only good Batman.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Mm,
That's it.
yeah.
That's the hot take. Got to deal with it.
Oh my gosh. Whatever.
I
I'm not
said
even
it.
gonna argue it.
I said what others wouldn't. He's no Bruce Willis.
Gonna be, I'm gonna die.
just the absolute disrespect right now.
Oh my god.
I had a hot take like an hour ago, but I don't remember what it was anymore. And I tried to hold it in because I didn't want to diverge the whole conversation to Greg has horrible opinions again. I need to
I
start
got
writing them
another
down.
hot take.
Oh jeez, here we go.
Tony Hawk was better than Skate.
That's not a hot take.
That's a hot
Greg
take
shares
for
my hot
sure.
take?
That's
Yeah.
that's a spicy meatball right there.
That was a spicy meatball.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about that one there, Chief.
I'm gonna
I
get
know
some
about
hate
it.
mail.
It's not. No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna go to my mailbox. There's gonna be a letter from Brice, and it's just gonna be hate mail.
It's just gonna say hate.
Hey, Stan.
It's just gonna say hate you.
It's just gonna be one of those things you don't open ever again.
Oh my gosh, Tony Hawk better skate. Anyways, that was episode 15 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Lost Memory Card podcast. We're gonna end it now before I start raging.
Michael Keaton is still the best Batman.
Oh my
Really,
gosh.
Yeah,
Don't
and Tony
forget
Hawk's
to-
Pro Skater 2 is the best Tony Hawk game ever.
That's
And
a
skate
hot
game
take.
in general.
That's a hot take.
Oh, that's a
Hold
that's
on,
a hot
that's
take.
a hot take.
Nah,
Hold on.
No, it's
Everybody knows.
yeah, it's
Everybody
underground.
knows that. Yeah, I was just saying. Everybody knows it's underground.
Yeah,
It's underground. I take
underground.
it back.
Oh, damn.
Excessive
Although I did
backpedaling.
like Project 8 too. But anyways.
I'm about to go dig out my old PS2 right now.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah,
you
me
should.
too. Definitely not click on this PS2 emulator. Anyways. Don't forget to rate our episodes, like, share. We're on YouTube. Hit the links. We're on all of our socials are on Linktree. We got TikTok. We got YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We got all the stuffs.
Everything's
Hit that
everywhere.
Subscribe button.
Comment.
Yeah.
Let us know who's the best. Okay, first of all, there's going to be a poll who the best Batman is,
It's gonna be
Just
Michael
make 5
Keaton.
options that are all Michael.
and
If it's
going to
anything
be
but Michael Keaton, you're wrong.
okay. Anyways, there's also going to be another poll: is Salty wrong always?
No.
And it's going to be yes or yes.
He said Tony Hawk's better than Skate. So I mean, that's,
Yeah. See.
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
Got
until
him.
next time, we will see you again. Thanks for being on this episode, Steve, and the anime episode. I'm sure we'll be seeing Steve again. So get used to this
Oh, yeah.
beautiful face that you can't see.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Ba, 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 ba.